What's cracking, guys? Omar Esoff here, back with another bench video. Here's the thing. We tried to film on a bench, but Mother Nature decided to be quite rude, and it was raining. There was a thunderstorm and lightning. We almost got struck, almost were immortalized. Unfortunately, it did not occur. Else with the camera equipment, he said it was not weatherproof. I said, but what about me? I am weatherproof. We couldn't do it, so now we're back inside, hopefully with a little bit of an ambient light right there, providing the scene, putting a mood. I will still rate this hallway. I will say that probably with the shot you're seeing, because I know Else has the eye for style, it probably looks like Murder Alley. So I'm gonna give it a solid 7.3 out of 10, because I always gotta give a review. This chair I'm sitting on right here, this little stool, stable as fuck. But what I want to talk about today is something completely different. You know, with these talking videos, the weekend videos, it allows me a chance to kind of branch out of the normal topics I would talk about on the channel, namely just fitness. I made a video before on how motivation is bullshit, and I talked about discipline, dedication, anything you really want to achieve in life, it takes a lot of work. There's no way to get around that unless you inherit a lot of money, share luck. Luck is a factor in life, but you can't depend upon that. Motivation is bullshit. You should focus instead on becoming more dedicated, learn that discipline in order to follow through with all the dreams that you have. Now, I'm saying here that self-help, I personally feel, is bullshit, because if you think about it in the first place, we talk about self-help, but we're talking about an industry where there's a bunch of books telling you what to do, like transform your life, do this, how to be inspired, how to this, how to that. But a lot of these fundamental questions only we can answer for ourselves. And I get it. I'm not trying to shit on anyone here. If you're lost, if you're looking for an answer, we could talk about the self-help industry. There's a lot of different areas, so we could talk about like the pickup game, right? Where guys want to learn to pick up girls, so that's like an aspect. We could talk about people that perhaps they're feeling down or they're feeling lost, they don't know where they want to go, so that part of the self-help industry, or people that want to improve their financial freedom, make more money. There's even books saying, how to magically, if you think about it long enough, like people talk about that stuff in The Secret, right? Where they talk about positive psychology. If you think about it, or if you, the law of attraction, if you think about it more, you're gonna attract that. Quick caveat for that, you gotta put in, once again, the time, dedication, hard work. You actually have to do those things if you wanna make it happen. A lot of these self-help books have a kernel, and I say a kernel, a very small amount of truth to them. So we talk about that for The Secret, positive psychology, right? Trying to make a change. That is a good thing. Trying to think positive things. I get it. You see the news, it's pretty negative. Who wants to deal with that bullshit? So the concept of positive psychology can be beneficial. But the biggest things, if you want to, let's say, enhance or make financial freedom a reality, you should instead take courses when it comes to finance, managing your money. Perhaps look at entrepreneurial studies, opening up your own side business, learning about those things, actionable things that you can do. Just talking about it instead of being about it isn't gonna do you any good. And this is my big fundamental problem when I said that self-help is bullshit. My fear is that because these are the individuals that are perhaps the most lost, because they're searching. If you're searching for something, eventually you will find something, right? And often because they're, let's say, preying, it's almost predatory on people's emotions, on their vulnerability, they're more easily misled, their money is quickly robbed from them, you could charge more money. So there's services, let's say you have like an eating disorder, you have something that you really want to solve, or people maybe that feel suicidal, which these are all really intense, serious topics. But what some of these gurus do, and they're still charging an insane amount of money to say, like, you can completely transform this. They don't have the degrees, they don't have the prerequisite when it comes to the education, the knowledge base, the psychology degree, any of those things that, give kind of a framework to help out with these things. And so they're basically selling a dream, a myth, and they're preying on these people. And I don't agree with that at all. So that's when I say that about self-help being bullshit. In reality, you gotta help yourself. There's a phenomenal film, one of my favorite movies actually, Repo Man, where there's a scene where this kid, his parents basically, instead of giving him his money for college, what ends up happening, they give it to a TV preacher because the guy's saying, like, enhance your happiness, this and that. And so they give away all the money they saved up for their child away to this TV preacher. It's a very cynical movie. But the idea, once again, when we talk about self-help being bullshit or all these things, is that in reality, if you want to change what's going on with you, and I get it, you could be funky, you have a lot of things going on, you could be feeling down, kind of lost. The change starts with you. There's several things that you could do. Surrounding yourself with positive people, like-minded individuals. That's why I think the gym is a really good thing just for life in general, right? It kind of serves as motivation. You feel good when you work out. I think there's that positive feedback loop. You work out, you feel better about yourself, you have a more positive outlook on life, and thus you do better in general. So keeping active, helping also other people. If you haven't donated some of your time to, let's just say, something like a soup kitchen or something like that, I think sometimes doing things that are more selfless, I find doing things sometimes that are more selfless rather than selfish can really enhance your outlook on things. And surrounding yourself, getting out there, kind of diversifying who you talk to, what you talk about, what you do can really change your outlook on life, and then can change what you want to do or how you approach things. But I think you always need an actual plan, not just some book you see in a store that costs $10 that's going to promise you all these secrets and that's really just surface thin. A lot of these questions are big questions that only you can answer. Anyways, that's all I really want to say on this topic, on the idea of self-help. I made this because there's some events going on in Toronto, and I see what's going on where like speakers, and I just see some of the people on the subway that are going to these things and how they kind of look lost, they're disillusioned, they're desperately seeking, and I get that idea. And sometimes the fitness industry, once again, is no different with this whole idea of this predatory style of like a vulture almost, robbing people of their money because they desperately want to lose the belly fat or this or that or how they feel, they want to change. And once again, that is not the right answer. Anyways, guys, that's all I really want to say for this weekend video. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace! What's up?
What fucking race are you?
This motherfucker.